Today we're talking about an event that was held at Mar-a-Lago to raise funds for Donald Trump for the money that he owes. I think it's $387 million for a judgment against him. And these people are auctioning off these rescued dogs, but there's some problems with that. So if you're interested in watching this video, just stay tuned. Okay, so what happened was it was this past weekend, and there was this. I'm gonna have to read read you some of this. It's $10,000 a dog that RNC co-chair candidate Lara Trump auctioned off rescue puppies at Mar-a-Lago. Now the the puppies, I'm gonna show the video in a minute. There's a couple of different clips, and what it is they've got these dogs and they've got a name up there, and they've got this story of finding these dogs in this hoarder's home in Puerto Rico and this filthy bathtub, right? But they've used that same story for different dogs. Now it's possible that there were numerous dogs found in the dirty bathtub in Puerto Rico, but the story's been used before, and this whole thing, this rescue group thing, has been in news reports back in 2020 and 2021. And the other thing is, well, I'll get to that in a minute. So this video was at Mar-a-Lago, and it's the Big Dog Ranch Rescue Charity. It's Lara Trump's Big Dog Ranch Rescue Charity event showed Lara Trump and others walking around on stage holding these adorable puppies while an auctioneer auctioned off those same puppies. So you can see his $9,000, and it's for the choice of which of these dogs you want. Now, if you look at these screens, if you can see them on this camera, I'm not sure if you'll be able to. The dog name at the top is not the same as the description on at least a couple of them. And so it's like they're recycling the screen that they've got behind these stories. See, there's truffles, but down here it says, I can't even see it. It's got a different name, and it's a 3-month-old Chihuahua mix expected to, I can't even read that either. But these are dogs. These are adorable dogs that have been rescued. And okay, here's the thing. If you have $10,000 to get your pick of one of these dogs to take home, this is a lot of money. These people have a lot of money. $10,000 to a rescue group that actually rescued these dogs, supposedly. And you take that $10,000 and you put it into a rescue per dog, right? $387 million. $10,000 isn't even going to that's like pennies. That's pennies. $10,000 to $387 million is pennies. But $10,000 to a rescue group, paying electricity bills, paying staff, paying to buy food for these animals, vet bills, that goes a long way in a rescue. It takes hundreds of dollars per dog a lot of times to rescue a dog. So there's that. And then let me go back and read a little bit more of this story. We can just run that without sound. Well, we can just run that. Turn sound off of it. Okay. Excuse me. The auctioneer motions across the stage when talking about choice and appear to affirm that the highest bidder gets first choice of the puppies. In the second clip, and it's all one clip here, but you can tell when there's a break. But anyway, in the second clip, Lara Trump can be seen again with others holding puppies. Names of dogs rotated in the slide shown on the wall behind them. The auctioneer said, "This is the group that rescued truffles down in Puerto Rico right here. Come on over, dear." And then you've got, and see, I'm a dog rescue person. I've worked in dog rescue. I have an affinity for rescue dogs. It doesn't have to be full breed. There's something about rescue dogs that just tugs at my heart. I've got 2 running around right now. You can hear them, probably not, but I've rescued, I don't know, like 5 in my life. I've got 2 rescues right now. Uh, and then another person then began to talk about truffles and said, "We took truffles out of a hoarding house in Puerto Rico from a disgusting bathtub to a unintelligible that I would call home." So, the whole thing just seems like a farce as far as these puppies go. Rescue puppies often have a lot of problems depending on their situation. They're often not healthy. They haven't had their, of course, they haven't had their shots or anything, and so it's just, what do you call that when you are using a rescue dog and a sad story to raise money for someone who has done wrong and is ordered by the court to pay $387 million? I mean, it's just not right. If these were children, people would absolutely be up in arms. But to me, dogs are children. I love dogs. But so they're recycling the stories, and they're using this to pay Trump's legal fees. And Trump made an appearance at the event. I haven't seen a video of that. There's history behind this dog charity, and HuffPost reported in 2019 that Lara Trump, as a chairwoman of Big Dog Ranch Rescue, spent 1.9 million of the charity's money at Trump properties, noting that Trump profits off the use of his property. So the dog rescue, because when you have an event for rescue, you do often have to rent a place. I've been involved with that. That's what you do. Sometimes they'll donate the space to you because it's a fundraiser. So oftentimes, I mean, we've even had them here in Arkansas at the governor's mansion, and there was no fee for that. You use the governor's mansion ballroom and had your event. I've been to several different kind of fundraisers there. Um, some of the social media comments, people said blasted the auctions because it meant that these rescue puppies were being placed in the homes of the highest bidder, which implies they were not being vetted. And if you're into rescue, you know that a really reputable rescue group will vet you and make sure that you take your dogs to the vet, make sure that you have a good home for them. Now, only the ones who have a lot of money can do home visits. I only know of 1 or 2 rescue groups here locally that do that, or when I say locally, I mean in the state of Arkansas. But there is some vetting involved because they don't want a dog to be adopted and be used as some kind of bait dog for dog fights and things like that. And also, I would guess that these dogs aren't going to these people's homes because typically, and not always, but typically, people who can throw $10,000 towards a dog are going to buy a purebred dog. And those dogs, I'm just saying, they have a lot of issues too, but that's probably for another day. One comment online appearing to belong to someone connected to the event boasted that the group was able to pull in a couple of $1 million. The fact that those slides had multiple names and the duplicitous nature of the Trump family leads to many questions, including, is the Trump family auctioning off dogs and assigning them exotic rescue stories to ultimately line Trump's pockets so he can pay legal fees? At any rate, Trump has nominated someone who auctions off rescue puppies to become the RNC's new co-chair. I appreciate y'all watching. I would love to hear your comments I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if if you love dogs, then basically you're cool with me. And I don't mean to make this about Trump or politics. It's just, this is what happened. This happened just recently, and oops, this just happened recently. So if you like the content, if you like my channel, please subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up on this. It really helps me with the algorithm. Have a great day. Thanks.